Hey there, people! So today I am getting back to my Terraria playthrough. Of course, for as far as you know, I never left, but actually it's been about a month and a half. I moved, and I was just using pre-recorded stuff, and that's why I haven't had guides out recently, but I will be getting back to that very shortly. But for today, I'm going for a rematch with the Brain of Cthulhu. Oh, and I am noticing, yes, a gold bunny. Don't fall in the hole, gold bunny. Don't fall in the hole. And yeah, some things happened. Speaking of which, yeah, okay, got my bug net. Don't fall in the hole. Got the gold bunny. All right, excellent. So, yeah, speaking of which, I did have a blood moon. I was doing a few things while I was just hanging around here. So I didn't want to bore you with all the details, but or with showing you all the details. But basically, I added a couple extra houses. Or, you know, prisons, if you will, to the end there. Some extra chests to fill that out as well. Expanded that down so there's some extra space there. Moved that because what happened is I was doing all that building and I put some planter boxes here in place of the just bare dirt that I had previously. And so I was just using dirt for farming my herbs before. And what happened is that I had a blood moon while I was doing all this building, and that was awesome actually, because not only did I get a lot of money, of course, but I also got a money trough. In fact, I got 2 money troughs. I can show you. I got another one that I just stuffed in my random accessories chest where I have too many of a lot of things. So yeah, I don't want to bore you with too much, but let's sell this gold bunny because that's awesome. And what I'm going to do is venture out to the Crimson. I do need to find some more vicious mushrooms so that I can hopefully craft the Bloody Spine summoning item to summon the Brain of Cthulhu in my existing arena that way. And that's the key, because I used up all the Crimson Hearts there. So, yeah, and I got a Crimson Heart pet, which is a different thing, which I've equipped now. I got that last time. So there's a few things I'm going to want to do in terms of preparation. I already made some basic potions and stuff, but I realized I actually have armored cave fish in here, and I'm going to need every edge that I can get to win that fight next time, so I'm not embarrassed again. So what I'm going to do is just use that to craft one more potion. I planted a whole bunch of extra day bloom because I realized I was running out of day bloom as well. And yeah, I think, do I need, yes, I need some more bottled water as well to make some potions, so I'm going to run and do that. I also realized that I have so much Crimtane ore and tissue samples from just fighting the Brain of Cthulhu previously that I can actually make all of the gear that I would normally want to make with the Crimtane and tissue samples that I would win by fighting the Brain of Cthulhu. So I can actually make a full set of crimson armor and some more stuff on top of that. So there's a few things I want to make there. And so we're going to do all that quickly, and then I will head out to the other crimson biomes in search of vicious mushrooms. I have 2 here, but I need 6 in order to craft that summoning item. So, let's see. I should also... Oh, I can make another Thorns potion. Oh, I can make a few of those, I guess. I didn't realize. Yeah, Thorns potion will also give me a little bit of an edge. Yeah, you know what? I'll do one more regeneration with that day bloom. And I should also be able to now make... Yes, endurance potion using the armored cave fish. So let's make some of those. So every little potion advantage I can get, I'm going to go with that. And also, I believe, yes, did I have, oh, I thought I had some fish in here, but some bass to make some additional cooked fish. But what I'm going to do is also do some fishing because I had gotten that Sitting Ducks fishing pole previously. And yeah, speaking of which, I also want to turn some of these worms into enchanted night crawlers to increase my bait power there. I don't want to use all of my fallen stars, though. I might need them for some jester's arrows or whatever. But yeah, as far as other things that I want to craft, let's see here. I need some crimtane bars. I'm going to need 72 of these for what I want to make, which is 60 for the armor set, and also another 12. I'm going to want to make the pickaxe as well. So that's first of all, crimson helmet, crimson scale mail, and crimson greaves. So that's it's actually 1 point lower defense than my platinum armor that I had, but it has some nice little boosts, particularly a regeneration boost to help me stay alive, which was a big problem before. And Deathbringer pickaxe I'm going to want as well. So we can just stash the old ones here, and then we'll head out. And yeah, the money trough is awesome because that will allow me to access my piggy bank without, having to actually carry around an extra piggy bank and figuring out putting it on a table or a set of platforms, that kind of stuff. Yeah, having to do that is always an annoyance if you're just using a regular piggy bank. So the money trough, of course, it's on updated platforms only, is an awesome item, which I always am really happy to get. And the other thing, unfortunately, I did not get from the Blood Moon, which I still would love to get from the Blood Moon, which is also updated only, would be the Shark Tooth Necklace. It's actually a very useful item when you're fighting bosses in pre-hard mode. But we'll just make our way over to the other Crimson biome in search of those mushrooms. There's also some other stuff that I want to get if at all possible. I'm hoping I'm going to go underground in the Crimson as well. And the purpose of that is both to see if I am lucky enough to get a Goblin Tinkerer, because I did fight a Goblin army, so I just have to find the Goblin Tinkerer, and that would give me some nice things that I can get from him as well. Reforging and Tinkerer's Workshop and Rocket Boots. Those are all things that I would love to get. So if I go underground, I can potentially find him, and I'll keep an eye on my life form analyzer that already found me that golden bunny. As far as that, but also there's a chance I could use a couple more. I could use at least 3 more heart crystals, actually 2 more to get my health to max, and another one to make a heart lantern, which would give me a nice little regeneration boost in my arena as well. So along with the vicious mushrooms, those are all the things I am venturing out for. And I guess I can, cut to getting there maybe. Actually, I think I'm almost there. I've been talking so long. I know I blabber on and on and on. Okay, and sure enough, it wasn't much farther. Here we are, Crimson. And so I just want to keep an eye out mostly for those mushrooms, which I think mostly come to the surface. Although, yeah, the fact that a lot of this is sand. There's a fair bit of crimson desert around here. It even got the edge of the ocean, which I'm going to have to watch out for as I proceed towards hard mode. I'm going to want to wall that off because I don't want my entire ocean biome there to be crimsonified, let's say. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of mushrooms here. Maybe I'll have better luck in the other one. I guess we'll find out. As I say, actually, the other thing I might want to do is do some fishing if I can find a good spot for that. Because there's a couple additional potions I can potentially make. Yes, heart crystal. Yes, yes, yes. So that's an excellent find. Absolutely worth coming here just for that. And yeah, I mean, I could break some Crimson Hearts here and fight the boss here, but I don't want to do that unless I have to. This is a big, long cavern down here. Yeah, that's just more water. So let's see over this way. Oh, another deathweed. Those are always good to collect. Unless and until you start farming and planting those. Okay, so I didn't find any mushrooms, but I think, yeah, this area over here, I mean, you can see it on the map. It's a good bit of water. Thing about fishing is it only counts from the surface down to, oh, those guys can come underwater, okay. So, it only counts from the surface down to the first block it hits, so I'm going to want to clear these out. I did prepare a lot of bombs, because I sort of anticipated I might need them. So I'm just going to bomb those out. I don't want to put the bombs too close to the actual Crimson Hearts, because I don't want to, you know, go there yet. And this is also a reason why it's good to have the Deathbringer pickaxe along. Also want to clear this because this part's not reaching the surface. My shine potion ran out, so yeah, that'll do pretty well. Just clear that little bit out. Make myself a little area where I can stand here. What I can do, basically wall those guys off. Yeah, he's almost finding his way around. It's one little trick I like to do is basically, of course, that one intersects the surface, so that was one block too far, but carve myself out a nice little safe space. And then I can use my money trough, get my fishing gear, and just do a little fishing, because there's a couple different fish that you can only get in the Crimson that I can use for some useful potions as well. See what we got. Oh, it's a good time of the morning too. Yes, Crimson Tigerfish, that's one of them. And Hemopiranha, yes, my first two casts. Of course, it helps a lot that I got this excellent fishing pole. Sitting Ducks fishing pole from the Traveling Merchant. That was so lucky. And it's also dawn, basically. You can see the time over here, which is one of the best times to do some fishing. So actually I'm stocking up very nicely here. So I'll want a few of each of those just for potion making purposes while I'm here. If I'm lucky. Oh yeah, I was going to say, if I'm lucky I might get some other things like some crates. And there you go. Talk about your luck. Bombfish, not quite so lucky, but whatever. And yeah, I should do some angler quests because I don't have, you know, things like the high-test fishing line and the angler outfit. All that other stuff that can help with getting good fishing results, let's say. But yeah, I basically want some Crimson Tigerfish and some Hemopiranha for the Heart Reach potion and the Rage potion, which I will then use against the Brain of Cthulhu. Oh, a golden crate, nice. But I'm going to save the crates for hard mode. If you guys have watched my hard mode guide, my recent hard mode guide, you'll know why. Let's say one last cast because it's just past 7:30. I still got a good fish, but yeah. That's about that, and I'm just going to stash a few of these things. Actually, why don't I go ahead and make those potions just to show you what I'm talking about. Hopefully I have the other ingredients. Yeah, Rage. You can see critical strike chance is increased. Heart Reach. Oh, I need some more Day Bloom for my Heart Reach. Yeah, looks like I don't have that many of those either. So there you go, and I'm just going to stash a lot of this other stuff, and we'll come back to adventuring out to the other Crimson biome. Alright, so I was able to stash all that stuff, of course, and also I got some Day Blooms from my farm, so I was able to finish up. I like to keep 10 of each potion, so I have 10 regeneration, and I got a couple more Rage potions, and I have enough that I can make my first Heart Reach potion as well. Should be an option here. Here we go. Yes, excellent. So I got one of those, and yeah, we're now just going to head out to the other end, where there is another Crimson biome that I have yet to really explore, and I guess we'll probably see you there. Alright, so as I mentioned at some point, this world does actually have both Crimson and Corruption because I used a custom world generator. So I did go through the Corruption, collected a couple extra Deathweed and a Vile Mushroom. And the other thing I forgot about is that I have a meteorite biome here. So I am going to use bombs to clear this out as quickly as possible. I don't really actually have a lot of need for meteorite, but the one thing that it is really useful for, even though I'm not going to use it for the armor at this point, which was my original intention, but what it's still useful for is crafting a ham axe. Meteorite ham axe will save me some inventory space rather than having both a hammer and an axe. So it's just going to take me a few minutes to clear this out. Better get back far enough that I don't die from the fire. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. The fire lasts a while. So I'm going to have to make my way back there. Alright, so I'm back where I was, and I actually kind of was lucky enough to find a couple of blooming Deathweed in the Corruption this time. Which means Deathweed seeds, which means I can actually farm Deathweed at my base camp if I need to now. Just a good question, whether I need to. Let's just get my bombs ready. I should probably just use the dynamite, but then I only have a couple of those. I mean, obviously, I could totally just buy more from the demolitionist, but I guess I'm just cheap. So, I mean, it takes longer if you do it this way. Still, explosives are better than sitting there mining and trying to fight all these guys constantly. Oops. I actually was going to say, you know, screw it, forget it. I'll just use the dynamite, and then I accidentally selected the bomb. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of this, so I think we can afford to dynamite a bit of it. Especially when you get a nice spot like that. Placement is key. The blocks themselves are dangerous because fire. Meteorite heads are dangerous because fire. Oh god. Get away from the fire. I guess I don't have to step on the flaming blocks. I can death from above them, if you will. Toss the bombs down. Of course, the flying carpet helps immensely. All of this is really just a distraction from my Crimson-related activities. I don't even need anywhere near this much meteorite. It's just, you know, I feel like a deep-seated need to clear it out. So here I am risking death again. And speaking of death. That's why you don't go back in there when you're low on health already, and then just bump into meteorite guys instead of fighting them because you're lazy. But at least I finally put a campfire here on my last little spawn. Okay, so yeah, while I'm here, I may as well get that meteor ham axe. Which takes 20 bars, if you can believe it. It's a lot. And yeah, actually, I'm, you know, not even using it right now, so I'm just going to stash it. But that'll take care of my axe and my hammer. Just need a single ham axe in their place now, which is great. And I'll stash my money. Toss those tools in there as well, and we'll be on our way. Okay, so I lied. I actually realized I forgot to stash a few things, so I ended up coming back, and then I realized that there were some day blooms, which I obviously wanted to make use of still, so yeah, we're doing that now. So I got all my heart reach potions there, and I had already done a few others as well. And yeah, day blooms, you need them for so many things. I still need them for like archery potions, and I still need, well, I don't need more of those, but you know, whatever. They're useful, extremely useful, so I planted a lot of them. And I also planted those deathweed seeds up there as well. But we're pretty good for potions now, and I will be on my way back. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just skip over that, the remains of the meteor biome. I'll finish that up some other time, and we'll head straight to the Crimson at this point. Okay, so here we are, continuing past the meteorite biome and over top of the dungeon. And sure enough, the Crimson is actually right on the other side of the dungeon. Oh, and wow, that is amazing. Right there, 3 of the vicious mushrooms that I needed. I just need 1 more now, because I had 2. I need 6 in total. That's 5. And that is it right there. I've got my vicious mushrooms. I was really hoping that this side would be a little better, because of course the other side just didn't really have like quite the normal terrain. So just kind of checking down here in case there's anything. No, nothing really down there. And yeah, I don't have time to sit here fighting all these monsters, so I'm just going to dodge them. I do want to finish checking this all out though, so I have exactly how many mushrooms I needed to craft the bloody spine. Oh, and there's one more bonus mushroom. Oh, and another one too. Nice. Got a couple bonus mushrooms. You never know, I still could fail again. I don't think so though. I'm actually going to be like very well prepared this time around, I think. But we'll leave no stone unturned, so to speak. I'm still gonna go underground as well, just to see if there's anything interesting down here. But let's see what's down here. And it's another heart crystal. Yes, my luck is ridiculous today. So there we go. Another one of those. And another one of those. And that is also exactly what I needed. So now not only can I fill up my health, I can make a heart lantern as well. Anything else around here? Another deep chasm with water at the bottom. Which is interesting because chasms are more of a corruption thing normally. Chasms in this sort of straight down sense like that one, but I think we've just about explored this area now. Yeah, we can pretty well see what's going on here, so I'll just go back, deposit this stuff, get my things together, and we are going to go craft the bloody spine and fight the brain. Finally, I know it's taken a while, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Actually, you know what? Let's just use that, and I'm going to craft a heart lantern out of the other one. Okay, so I'm ready to head out. I'm just going to use that sharpening station buff in case I need it. So what I've done is I have turned that last extra heart above the 400 health limit. I had one more heart crystal after that, so I've turned it into a heart lantern. So that'll help with my regeneration if I place it in the arena. Also, those 6 vicious mushrooms I've turned into 30 vicious powder at my potion crafting station. And the 30 vicious powder, along with the 15 vertebrae, should allow me to craft the bloody spine as soon as I can find an altar, which, you know, the Crimson is a good place to find one of those. So, should be finding one of those shortly. And then we can basically get ready and fight the brain at last. Hopefully I will do better this time. Definitely dodging is going to be a concern. Also, you know, it is important. The first, something that I've forgotten before, in the first phase, the brain itself is actually invincible until you kill the creeper eyes. So I'll want to definitely concentrate on those creepers in the first stage. I want to keep my regeneration as high as possible, keep my health as high as possible, and so on, obviously. Also, I notice I've been carrying around this Bloodcrawler banner, which with all these spiders around ought to give me a nice little boost if I hang that. I can, oh yeah, I have one there, so I'll put this one opposite corner. Right about there should do. Then I can kill all these guys a little easier. You can see that actually, you know, I'm not losing a whole lot of health to those guys. So, yeah, altars right here. Interestingly, none on the way down on this particular thing. So I've got everything in order. I'm going to want my buff potions. Then we can use that. And hopefully we'll manage this time. So dodging, terribly important. I wish this arena was bigger because the limited size of the arena, God, is giving me a lot of trouble. Limited screen size as well because I have it zoomed in so far. If I was playing normally on PC and not for the sake of showing you guys, I would definitely zoom out so that I could see more. But yeah, I want to keep my distance from the brain at this point in the fight. Actually, I always want to keep my distance because especially, you know, I play ranged anyway. But like dodging away from the brain keeps the creepers at bay, and eventually the brain itself will also be, once all the creepers are dead, the brain will be charging me. And yeah, now that I'm close to having all the creepers dead, this actually gives me a quick little sort of a break, which is a good opportunity to switch these out, which is also something that I sort of failed at before. So I think I'm just about ready here. Definitely all these buffs are giving me some nice advantages. You can see I still have full health so far, but when this brain starts charging at me, we'll see how that goes. So there we go. Probably going to oh, accidentally selected the wrong thing. Actually, speaking of which, another thing I totally forgot about, and I can still do because brain hasn't gone into charging mode quite yet, but it will at any moment because I'm doing this. It's liable. Yeah, I was thinking as soon as those creepers are all dead and there was only one left. But you can see these spiky balls. I should have done this earlier, but actually it kind of worked out because I didn't want to accidentally kill all the creepers before I was ready. So actually I think this is looking good. I just need to keep dodging, keep inflicting that frost burn, which helps me tell which one is the real brain. And there we go. We did it! Whew! That was so much better. Actually, I think the spiky balls and the buff potions saved me a lot. The extra buff potions, of course, being a little bit better than what I had the other time and the other times. And yeah, we did it. So I think that's going to be it for today. Hope you liked the video. I'm just going to keep this as one long video because why not? I spent a lot of time preparing. And then finally fighting it, so I think that makes one good video, and I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.